I've been to dozens of different Comic Cons across the country, and I also Kamar De La Reyes, plays Mendez. He and I travel with the USO frequently. We've been to just got back from Guam. We were in Guam earlier this year, and then prior to, we were in Afghanistan last summer. We were in Turkey. We were over, and there's a huge following in the military. I mean, it's because most of the military is not combat troops; they are support personnel. I mean, it takes like 22 support personnel to put one soldier into combat. So the infrastructure, and those are the guys who really are big players because there's a lot of downtime. I mean, if you're in Bagram Airport, and you got an 8-hour shift, there's not much else to do there. Or if you want, so basically what we do is do a handshake tour. And for me, I just like hearing stories. I love the fans. I love the enthusiasm. I love anybody who takes the time to understand what they do. And I find most gamers, you can ask, like, what's your favorite weapon? What's this? What's your favorite tactic? It's studied. There's a relationship they have to what they're doing. And again, as an athlete, I don't separate gamers from athletes in a very wide margin. I mean, to be good, the little I've played, I noticed to be good, you got to have a hell of a lot of manual dexterity. You got to be able to think fast on your feet. You got to know strategy. You got to understand the environment you're playing in. You got to understand the people you're playing against. Well, that's exactly what it takes to be a good hockey player. All those characteristics. If you're going to be good at something, you can be good at a lot of things. So when people say that games may not be too, help for development, there's a lot of, if they know how to isolate the things that make you good at a video game, you can take those skills and those sort of concepts and translate them into other things in your life. So I became an actor. I just took everything I knew as a hockey coach, and I just reconfigured it as, okay, well, if I'm, how would I use the same ideas, which were very successful for a lot of players, on myself? What's required? Knowledge of the environment. Well, okay, what is the business of acting? What are the skills necessary? What is the mental attitude necessary? Where is my ego causing me problems? And that's the biggest one, to figure out where your ego is causing you problems. If you're too, I'm too whatever to do this. Well, that's your weak spot. That's where you have to go. And as a player, same thing. If you have a weak spot, you got to find out where it is, because once someone else does, you're toast.